Well, greetings, everybody. Today is it's a beautiful sunny day here in Arizona, and welcome to the webinar, Biohacking and the Three Theories of Aging. Just I'm going to take a minute here and make sure I've got everybody muted, so hold on just a minute. All right, so my name is Joanne Shearer Parkin. I'm a registered dietitian. I have a master's degree in nutrition, and I'm also an Elite Pro 7 independent LifeVantage distributor. And I'm here today to talk to you about biohacking and the three theories of aging through Nutrigenomics. And so before I get started with the webinar, I just want to give you a little background about me. I'm, as I said before, a registered dietitian. I have a master's degree in nutrition. I have about a 45-year work experience in the field of nutrition and dietetics. And it's been it's been a fabulous, wonderful career for me. I have really thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it. But in 2009, was kind of a sad time in my life. My husband of 32 years had passed away from brain cancer, and it kind of rocked my world. And the other thing that happened in 2009 was that I woke up to the reality that I didn't have enough, retirement income to be able to retire. And so I was really kind of stressed with all of that, as I know maybe many people are today too, about the future. And my future, I was thinking, wasn't looking very bright at that point. I was thinking I was going to have to be working well into my 70s at the hospital where I was employed as a head dietitian. But in early 2011, a cardiologist stopped by my office and invited me to a presentation, and much like what you're going to see today. And the presentation was about a breakthrough in a new category of drugs and supplements called PROTANDIM Nerve2. And when I saw the scientific validation on PROTANDIM Nerve2, I was wowed. I was really astounded by the research, because if you know about, research studies are extremely expensive to conduct, and it's very difficult to get high quality peer-reviewed studies on a dietary supplement. Well, I was like, wow, this little pill will lower oxidative stress 40%, 30 days. And I knew from my background in nutrition that seemed like too good to be true. And, but it was absolutely true. And so I knew that I wouldn't be able to zip my lip and be quiet about this, because once you know about something great, you want to get out and share it with people, right? And I was thinking about family and friends and making my list of people that I wanted to talk to. And so I decided to, get started as a distributor with LifeVantage, and it's been good to me, because I was able to achieve my dream of retiring from the hospital early, and now I've been doing this now just full time since 2012. So it's just really been great. So I just want to continue here and make sure that you're going to walk away, I hope, from this presentation learning something new, maybe you've never learned before. And especially want to really welcome our guests here today to this presentation. And I'm going to be talking about some new terms and some new concepts in nutrition you might not have heard before. So if it seems like a lot of it's kind of bouncing around your brain, we're going to be recording this. You can listen to the recording again, get back to the person who invited you and say, hey, tell me more about Nerve2, Nerve1, and NAD, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about these three anti-aging pathways and theories of aging. And we have solutions for aging. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about being able to keep your cells healthy and younger by activating these anti-aging pathways. We talk about Nerve2 pathway, which helps to actually create more garbage men in our cells to carry out the garbage. We're going to be talking about Nerve1, which helps to increase your cellular energy. And we're going to talk about NAD sirtuin pathways, which helps to orchestrate all the critical functions in your cells. So let's get started. And I'm going to take you back to the beginning. I'm going to take you back to 2005. In 2005, Dr. Joe McCord published the first scientific study on our flagship product called PROTANDIM Nerve2, lowers oxidative stress 40% in 30 days. ABC News picked up the study and read the study, said, this sounds too good to be true. Like, I thought that, right? But it is true. So they sent their reporter into Dr. Joe McCord's lab to validate the study, okay, to see if this was true. So what I'm going to do is show you a 5-minute clip of this ABC News report, and then I'll be right back with you.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life.
It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
And it's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called PROTANDIM, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of PROTANDIM a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will PROTANDIM work on me?
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which if extrapolated back is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease,
yes,
depression.
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. But I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The follow.
Okay, so that ABC News piece aired, and it, like I said, it aired to validate the study, right? So in the study on PROTANDIM Nerve 2, what they showed in a group of human subjects of various ages, that PROTANDIM Nerve 2 reduced oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. What did you see in this video? You saw that the results with the reporter was even better than what was in the study. The reporter's results after just 2 weeks was a whopping 45% reduction in oxidative stress. And so totally validated that yes, indeed,
The following.
that PROTANDIM Nerve 2 lowers oxidative stress significantly, probably more so than anything researchers had seen before. So that's, after that video aired, then there was a flurry of requests and activity. And of course, consumers want to get their hands on this product. But it really didn't get onto the shores of the retail market until about 2007. And then in 2009, the company switched marketing channels, which dramatically increased the sales. Instead of the retail market, they switched to direct sales. And it was when it switched over to direct sales that the word really started to get out, because there's a story to be told here, right? There's a lot of information, education that's needed for people to really understand that PROTANDIM Nerve 2 is a breakthrough in a new category of drugs and supplements called Nerve 2 activators. And that was the problem with the product sitting on the shelf in the retail stores, right? It was sitting on the shelf with the antioxidant vitamins. Well, PROTANDIM is really not an antioxidant. Technically, this is a new category of drugs and supplements called Nerve 2 activators. Consumers didn't know that. And secondly, it was selling for $49.95 a bottle in the retail market, right? What's an antioxidant selling for? $10, $20, maybe at the most. So this is why once it went into direct sales and people like me and independent distributors got out there and started educating, just word of mouth marketing, that's what this is, it just took off. And our company has really grown as well. And now our company is publicly traded on the NASDAQ. Just, I think like 2 months ago now, our company was invited to ring the closing bell on the NASDAQ. So that was really exciting for our company to see where we've grown and where we've come in just 10 years. So let's get back to the theme in that video. Oxidative stress, like Dr. Joe McCord said in the video, it's bad for the body, breaks down the cells, it leads to aging and all of the problems that are associated with aging, right? So oxidative stress is the stress done to our bodies, the damage done to our bodies by these toxic molecules called free radicals. So this is the free radical theory of aging. There's about 200,000 research articles on oxidative stress and aging. So where do you get these free radicals? Well, you get your free radicals, some of it from burning glucose in your cells. Think of free radicals as kind of the exhaust in your cells from the burning of sugar, right? But you get an additional boatload of them from your environment. We all know this, right? that our environment is loaded with all kinds of environmental toxins. All of those environmental toxins, whether it might be from cell phones, pesticides, herbicides in your food, in your environment, car batteries, all of that is a source of free radicals and oxidative stress. And what does that do to us? Over time, it breaks our cells down. Our cells start aging. It's another way to describe it is that it's the rusting of the body from the inside out. Think of oxidation on an apple. That's what it is, oxidation in our bodies, right? What happens when you cut an apple? It turns brown, oxidation. Look at your slide when you see the normal cell. See what happens when it's been attacked by free radicals? It just breaks down and it accelerates aging. So what can we do about this oxidative stress? Well, another name for those free radicals are called oxidants. So this is why for the last, 30 years probably, almost as long as I've been a dietitian, that's a long time. I'm 70, so you kind of get an idea. We have been telling people that to reduce oxidative stress, you need to bump up the antioxidants in your diet, which is fantastic, right? Kill off the oxidants, you need antioxidants. Well, there are two sources of antioxidants. So let's talk about that. We have the direct antioxidants from food and supplements, and then we have indirect antioxidants that our cells make. Now, there's a huge difference in the potency of the two. The direct antioxidants in food and supplements neutralize free radicals in a ratio of 1:1. One molecule of vitamin C will neutralize one free radical. But the cellular antioxidants, the antioxidants your cells make, like catalase, glutathione, SOD, these are up to 1 million times more potent. So here's the difference. If you take an antioxidant pill, like vitamin E, vitamin C tablet, it's kind of like putting a Dixie cup of water on a house fire. But when you can go with nerve 2 activation by activating your cells to make the antioxidants, it's more like having a fire hose in every room of your house. So that's where PROTANDIM comes in. It's the cellular activator. It speaks to your genes in your cells, and it tells your cells to make more antioxidants, 1 million times more potent than what you get in food and supplements. So we still want you to eat all those good, colorful, healthy, beautiful fruits and vegetables. 8 servings minimum a day. I think you should be eating servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Guidelines say 5, but hey, I think more than that's better. But you also want to get your cells activated to make these antioxidants. This is like, I think of these antioxidant enzymes as being the best medicines that you have available to you. Just think about that. They're sitting right there in your cells. Just got to get your cells activated to make them. So not only does PROTANDIM nerve to lower the oxidative stress, kind of carry out the garbage in your cells, it also helps with your cellular repair. Now, in the video, if you look at in the video, remember they said that studies were underway to see if PROTANDIM would extend lifespan. Well, guess what? Those studies have been done. The National Institutes of Health, our government research arm of our government, funded a study on PROTANDIM Nerve 2, found that it was the only dietary supplement that they had studied that significantly extended lifespan. And two of the supplements they had already studied were turmeric and green tea extract, and neither one of those extended lifespan of the mice. But it was the synergy. You see the difference? It's the synergy of these 5 ingredients in very low doses that together, it is like the switch. It's the switch that turns on your cells and activates your cells to make those antioxidants. It's the synergy, right? Alone, in this particular study, you only had a little bit of an increase, a tiny amount of increase of the antioxidant with the 5, but look what happened when you took PROTANDIM Nerve 2 and you took the 5 together. Wow, 1,800% increase. Now, remember I said earlier, the reason why I was just so excited when I saw this the first time in 2011 was 7 research studies. I was impressed with 7. Now we have 26 published at pubmed.gov. So if you really want to, people say, well, I want to do my due diligence and research. Okay, This is where you go. Pub, P-U-B as in boy, med, M-E-D as in dog, .gov. This is the database of all the peer-reviewed research. It's a third-party research. It's not just a bunch of opinion on the internet, which we know there's a lot of that out there, unreliable stuff. Go right to these studies and you read and check it out for yourself. Now, one of the studies that was published in 2016 was a review paper on NRF2 activation from Washington State University. And these researchers, you could tell, were super excited about NRF2. They said that NRF2 will become the most extraordinary therapeutic, the most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Wow, wouldn't we all want to have more NRF2 activation in our bodies? One thing that has happened since PROTANDIM NRF2 came on the market, all those studies were published. Researchers also went to work, pharmaceutical companies went to work, and there's now 2 NRF2 drugs on the market. Just so you know that this was when I said that, remember in the beginning, I said PROTANDIM NRF2 is a breakthrough in a new category of drugs and supplements. Yes, there are now drugs out there trying to duplicate what PROTANDIM NRF2 does, but only with a pharmaceutical drug. Okay, so our company kept researching and kept looking at how we could modify gene expression with nutrients, that's Nutrigenomics, and how we could use Nutrigenomic products to activate these anti-aging pathways. I heard something recently that said that we have 20, 30 of these different anti-aging pathways. So just stay tuned because I'm talking about 3 of them today. Stay tuned because probably the next year, the 2 years, who knows, 5, 10 years from now, we're going to know about more anti-aging pathways and how we can slow down aging. So the PROTANDIM NRF1 product helps your cells to make more mitochondria. Now, this is the powerhouse of the cell. And oxidative stress destroys your mitochondria as you age, and therefore you're losing energy. And almost everybody you talk to, as they get older, they'll tell you, as I get older, I'm in my 50s, I just don't have the energy I did in my 30s. And this is one of the reasons why, is because you've lost your mitochondria. But the PROTANDIM NRF1 helps to grow those back. Mitochondrial biogenesis, they call it. PROTANDIM NRF1 works in synergy. It has these ingredients, again, these very common nutrients and ingredients that have again been around for a long time, a high level of safety combined in very small doses to activate that NRF1 pathway to get your cells back and working at energy production like they did when you were younger. I'm 70 years old, and you can tell people that know me know that I have super great energy. I take NRF1, I take NRF2, and I also now take NAD. So this is the 3rd product in our anti-aging category of anti-aging activators, is the NAD sirtuin pathway. Wow, is there a wealth of research coming out on this? This is like the big hot topic in health and wellness is NAD. Why? Because NAD is essential for the production of sirtuins, and sirtuins are a set of 7 proteins that help to regulate all of the critical functions of our cells. People started learning about sirtuins, and the researchers were learning about sirtuins when they were doing studies on severe caloric restriction. And they found out that the benefits of caloric restriction and fasting was related to the increase of sirtuins. Well, with our PROTANDIM NAD, we were able to mimic that, mimic caloric restriction. In other words, instead of being on a very severe caloric restriction, PROTANDIM NAD can give you many of those same benefits. Now look how we just blow the competition out of the water. Significantly more, greater production of sirtuins with PROTANDIM NAD synergizer than with anything out there. And the benefits are multiple, because think about that. Every critical function within the cells is regulated by sirtuins. So let's look at, what is it? Supports mental focus, positive mood, energy, supports body's healthy inflammatory response, on and on. It's terrific. So now what happens when you take the 3 together? Remember, we were talking about each individual product, there's synergy of the ingredients in each one, right? But so then our company said, hey, I wonder what would happen if we take all three of these together. What effect would it have on gene expression? Because again, these are nutrigenomic products. They work, the nutrients in these products modify gene expression. That's nutrigenomics. So turning off the bad genes, we're turning on the good genes. And so on the left-hand side of your screen, I'm just going to give you one example of how this provides a tremendous benefit when you take them together. Look at the PROTANDIM NRF2 in this heme oxygenase 1 gene, right? Yeah, HMOX1, the healthy inflammatory response. Alone, PROTANDIM NRF2 increases that one by 51%, but look at when you take the three together. Oh, wow, 848%. Huge, huge benefit, right, of taking the three together, and that's what I do. I have to tell a little story about the Trice Energizers because I am 70 years old, and my husband, who is 81, also takes all of LifeVantage products. We recently competed in a pickleball tournament for 70 plus players, right? They had different age categories. I can tell you what, the competition really thins out after age 70. Of 580 participants, there were only 20 over the age of 70 in this tournament. And we did really well in the tournament. We were really performed well. And we were very thankful for our Trice Energizers for helping us in our cells. See, we're just, keeping them younger, and we feel like we're performing better. We're able to keep up with our energy levels. We're able to play pickleball and do all the fun physical activities, exercise that we enjoy. So there are other products in our product catalog with LifeVantage, and I'm just going to real briefly review 2 or 3 of these. And I really want to focus on this one today because probiotics and prebiotics are extremely important to help to maintain the integrity of your gut. Why is that important? Because 80% of your immunity is in your gut. Right now, there's a lot of concern about contracting coronavirus, influenza virus, whatever's out there. But one way that you can optimize your immune system is to have a healthy gut. We know that what your food and what you put in your body is extremely important. And also, for me, and I've been doing this for 20, 30 years, I've been supplementing with probiotics. We've known the research on probiotics for years and all of the benefits, great benefits. But all those years I've been taking those probiotics, I knew, and I've been seeing the research, knowing that so few of the probiotic bacteria, the healthy gut bacteria, were really surviving the stomach acid. But our company has a solution for that. Our probiotic has BioHACK built into the pill, which means that you get 60% survivability of those probiotic bacteria. But whereas without the BioHACK, it's only 4%. Even if your probiotics is in the refrigerator section of your health food store, right? It's still not. You're not going to get that. You're only going to get 4%. Then we also have a prebiotic, which is the non-digestible fibers. This is a special type of fiber that is the fertilizer for the probiotics. The concept is this. What you do is you help to feed the probiotics and crowd out the bad gut guys, right? Kind of like, think of it this way. Probiotics are the seeds in your garden. The prebiotics are the fertilizer. You fertilize the seeds, and healthy plants crowd out the weeds. Our company has brought to market about the highest quality fish oil you can buy, and it has added vitamin D. There's another ingredient that is important for your immune system is having optimal vitamin D levels. And omega-3 fatty acids are really important for your cells as well. The membrane of your cell needs to be healthy. So this is important, as well as to take a daily healthy omega product. I've been taking fish oil supplements for years as well. Our company is also first to market with NRF2 activation for skincare, for hair care, and for pets. Our skincare system is amazing, amazing. Down here under the hot Arizona sun, I can tell you, you can look at me, I'm out in the sun, all the sun exposure, but NRF2 helps to keep my skin looking healthier and younger. Pets age 7 times faster than humans because they have 7 times the oxidative stress. We also are in a weight management category as well. I have a line of awesome, terrific weight management products that help you to keep the lean, hold on to your muscle mass while losing the fat. And the last product in our product catalog is AxioSmart Energy. This is nothing like energy drinks at all. It's in a totally new category. It's brain food. It helps your brain function better. Jim and I call this our fog buster drinks. When we get a little brain fog sets in the afternoon. I don't know if anybody of you have that problem, but we do. So we just have an Axio. Also helps us on the pickleball court. I mix my Axio with coconut water. Replace some of the water with coconut water to give me a really delicious kind of energy drink that I can have on the pickleball court. Okay, so that's our product catalog. So you're probably wondering, how do I get started with the products? How can I, how do I order? How do I, what's the price? I mean, how do I get started? So the first option for you would be to purchase one of our distributor starter packs. If you're like me, and if you're listening to this and you're thinking about family members that you know that could use our products, then I would recommend one of these starter packs. $50 of these starter packs is a box of marketing materials and samples, just to try to help you get started. The rest of the packs are products, all various amounts and different combinations of product. The Platinum Pack is the one I recommend if you're at all serious about getting out and sharing this, because it has a full range, it has all the products in that particular pack. And you also get a one-time really great discount on the products when you buy these packs. Now, we also, for preferred customers, so that's 90% of the people in my network are customers, because customers can buy our products at the same wholesale pricing as distributors on a subscription program. It's a great program for our customers. You can stop the subscription at any time, no questions asked, ships right to your door. When you're a distributor, if you sign up and you choose one of the enrollment packs, you get your e-commerce website for free. Now, when I was listening to Dr. Mark Gordon and when I got started with in LifeVantage, and by the way, when I started, when I had the gold pack, I was talking to him and I said, I can see people, I know people that I could, that I'd like to share this with, but I told Dr. Gordon, I said, I'm too busy. I am so busy. I was working more than full-time as a middle manager in a hospital. My husband had just passed away. Remember, I told you I was recently widowed. I had this real estate business I was running, I had all these rental properties. I was a volunteer heading up a major committee for the American Dietetic Association. I was busy. I had a full plate. I could not imagine how I could actually add another thing to my plate. But he said to me, well, this business is pretty simple, because it's pretty, it's pretty easy concept, because you get this e-commerce website that for free when you buy your pack, it comes for free. He said, you show them the ABC Primetime Investigative Report, you answer their questions, connect them to me if they need more information. And he said, then they go and order through your website and the company takes over and ships the product. And then he said, what they do is they deposit a check in your checking account. And I said to him, I think maybe I could do that. I think I could do that. I could maybe find, an hour or two a week. When I got started, that's about all I was thinking. I could spend a couple hours a week. But as I did that, I started sharing. This is exactly what happened. I started getting paid. And what I'm showing you now on your screen is a distributor compensation summary of actual checks that were paid to distributors, monthly average over here on the right. Do you see that? This is for 2018, 2019. And you will see that, yes, there is part-time income that can be made in LifeVantage. This blows the myth out of the water that only people at the top make money in network marketing. Because I was just looking for that extra couple $1,000s a month, right? I was this Pro 5 level. That was my goal. I just wanted to supplement my retirement so I didn't have to be working in my windowless office until I was 70. And so as you can see, we pay some nice part-time bonuses and incomes at just these middle ranks of the company. Now there are several ways to get paid. There's 8 different ways to get paid. I'm not going to get into that today. If you are a guest on this webinar and you want more information about our compensation plan, if you're looking for a plan B, I can tell you this was my plan B. I can tell you right now, with everything that's going on in the world, Main Street businesses are shutting down, right? I feel my heart aches for those waitresses that are depending on their tips to feed their family right now. And, you know, I know that we have some solutions for people. I feel so blessed that I made this decision. Little did I know, I could not have foreseen 9 years ago what happened today, right? But I dug the well before I was thirsty. I got started, right? I had the part-time income. Then pretty soon I was able to retire early and do this full time. And now I have leveraged income, so I can keep earning. I work from home. Look at this, isn't this phenomenal? I love what I do. I help people with their health and I help them with their wealth. What could be better? Okay, so I'm gonna close with this. This is the first slide, right? Remember, do you remember what we talked about? We talked about how we're going to slow down aging by activating these 3 pathways in the human body. This is activation. It's not supplementation. Okay, supplementation is like when I take my magnesium at night before I go to bed. I take my extra magnesium at night. I feel very strongly about that I need some extra magnesium. That's supplementation. I'm supplementing my magnesium. This is activation. We are activating these powerful, potent anti-aging pathways, NRF2, right? We talked about that. We are activating our cells to make those potent, powerful medicines inside our cells called antioxidant enzymes, right? Gonna clean out the free radicals. NRF1 is gonna improve our cellular energy, right? And NAD is gonna get in there and it's gonna orchestrate and it's going to manage all the critical functions in our cells. This is going to help our cells to get back to functioning like they were when we were younger. So with that, I'm going to sign off. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. You have a very blessed day. Guests, thank you so much for joining me. And if you're listening to the recording as well, and I really want your guests to get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. Get your questions answered. Ask them, how can I get started? So all of you have a very blessed day, and we'll see you back another time, okay? Take care. God bless.
Bye, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.